Hi, Eamon. Shout out to Eamon. I had crazy dreams. I'm cold. I think it's winter. Fall. Cold. I didn't know I was cold until I woke up. Hey, Cody. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to any and all of my mods who are here. I'm Brooke. I had a dream I was babysitting and left the baby at home. Like I took the one kid and forgot the other. It was a really crazy dream. You're back? Welcome back. We're going to be doing makeup today. We're going to be doing Halloween makeup again. This is because I have a reverse curve in my neck. And this is buccal fat. This is buccal fat. The pictures from yesterday turned out so good. It turned out better than I thought. I thought, like, because there was so much blue, that it wasn't going to be as pretty as the skull because the skull had all these fluorescent colors, but when I saw the pictures, I was wrong. It was really pretty. Well, that looks great. Yeah, you should get on that, Danielle. You should get on that. You should start that. My dreams were so weird. It was like 420 dreams or something. Or worse. Like, I don't even know. Like, what did someone slip me? No, that's a bad joke. Sometimes I forget where I am. Meaning, I have to watch what I say. I am also clean and sober, by the way. It just... Bad joke. I was just saying my dreams were weird. Why am I so itchy? I just scratched the heck out of my arm. Why am I itchy and cold? I was made for loving you, baby. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Oh, there we go. I forgot to scroll down. This was beyond weird. This was beyond weird. This is probably the weirdest dream I've ever had. And I have some doozies. Raise your hand. Please don't spam. Hi, Sandrine. Yes, I do. Because that's where I sleep, Layla. I just woke up. I sleep in bed. Although, I don't know, I could give something else a try. I've never been bored in my life. I've never uttered those words in my life. Except copying someone else, like saying, I'm bored. Or to say I've never said I'm bored. Like, I've never felt that. I've never felt that. I've never said it as in that's what I feel. Only boring people get bored. Sorry. I'm plenty entertained by my own thoughts and actions. Even when I went to jail, I had a good time. I know that sounds weird, but I did. Because you can't take my happy away just because you take my phone and my freedom away. I mean, I would have rather not been there, but I made the most of it. I was cracking up in there. I found a friend and she was funny and we were like vibing off each other and we laughed our butts off. Had to make the most of it. 6, 7. I went to jail for sleeping too long. Just kidding. For drinking. And my actions when I was drinking. I was made for loving you, baby. No, I'm not cool. Not for going to jail, I'm not. I'm sober now. That makes me more cool than when I was drinking. Because I don't hurt people now. I make good choices. I wake up and the strangest thing about my night was my dreams. And I can remember the night before. And I don't have a monster hangover. I don't have to retrace my steps, find my phone, and kick out the guy that's next to me. Hey! Ah! Just kidding. I might dance. Thank you, Sunny. Hi, Jonathan. Hey, Sam. What do I drink now? Water, Zevia, and herbal tea. Sometimes protein drinks and matcha. That's what I drink. I don't drink anymore. I used to drink beer. Because I thought that I couldn't handle my hard alcohol, so I thought that I had a better chance with beer. Plus, I enjoyed beer better. I thought that I had a fighting chance if I drank beer. But I drank it so fast and so much of it that I was, But I at least had a few hours before I got on the same level as a couple drinks. I think once you become used to it, like that's all you're drinking and you're drinking it all day, I don't think it bothers you so much. I ended up liking the beer. And that was the first drink I ever had when I was young, and I thought it was disgusting. I had to force myself to drink it, and it was so disgusting. And then I ended up liking it. How's that? Some people like beer. Oh, moonshine. Oh my gosh. And now I remember I had a Crystal Light was my first drink. A Crystal Light. Do you remember? No, not Crystal Light. That's a drink. It was a wine spritzer. I don't know why I called it a Crystal Light. Crystal Light is something my mom used to drink. Those powder little diet powder drinks. But no, it was a wine spritzer. I forget what they called it. A wine cooler. A wine cooler. That's what it was called. That was my first drink. I wonder which one was really first. I think the wine cooler. Yeah. And then I used to drink King Cobra. King Cobra. I don't drink anymore. I don't know if I'm a good little girl, but I am a lot better than I was. Hi, Layla. No thanks, Earl. It's 7:48 in the morning. I'll rise and shine here in a minute. Yesterday I woke up at 9:30 p.m. and was up all night trying to sleep. So if I made up for some sleep from the day before, good. I don't have a time that I have to wake up. I like waking up between 5 and 6 a.m. But 8 in the morning isn't that late. It kind of feels late to me, but it's not that late. Not when you don't have anywhere to go. I'm already at my final destination, my bedroom. I'm here. I'm at work already. I'm here, boss. Who's my boss? Rusty. Me. I do have some furniture I need to sell. I need the room in my storage unit. I am disabled. I am not sick, per se. Well, I guess having lupus is being sick. Yeah, I'm sick. I have some malformations in my body. And I have some genetic bone issues. Deteriorating arthritis. It is not an inflammatory arthritis. Although my joints get inflamed. And it's not RA. It's not rheumatoid. It's all from lupus, apparently, and the deteriorating arthritis. And I used to do a lot of mixed martial arts, roller derby, running, dancing. I mean, I I got all the athlete out of me early on, I guess. Maybe I knew I wasn't going to be an athlete later in life and just did everything when I was young. I lived like my first 100 years in my first 20 years. I partied excessively. I graduated early. I mean, everything I did either early or extreme. And now I'm like, live in bed. I'm just kidding. I can't do it the way I was doing it. I can still be an athlete, but it's going to be a lot slower, a lot less pretty, and a lot more painful. Trust me, I'm trying. I go to the gym and just walking takes a real big toll out on me. It can put me in agony the next day. But I still do it because I need to walk. I need the circulation. And then Hoist Gracie offered to train me MMA. And I told him, oh, I can't. I'm disabled. And he said, there's no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher. And he taught me a lot. You know what the most important thing he taught me was? To try to avoid the fight. What? I went there to learn how to kick some butt, and he's teaching me how to walk away, how to de-escalate things, how to get out of a hold and to calm the assailant down. And I'm like, when do we get to the good stuff? That is the good stuff. You never know what they have. Hi, Carla. They might have brought a knife to a fist fight, You don't want that. I'll never forget that. Some good stuff. Hi, Yasmin. I woke up in a good mood, per usual. How are you doing? Rise and shine. Where's Kylie Jenner when I need her? Rise and shine. Anybody know what that's from? Anybody remember? She used to sing to Stormy. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. I was sleeping. Yes, Cody. I have 3 adult children and a grandson. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Eamon. It has main character energy this morning. I am awake. Are you awake? If you were awake, you'd see I'm awake. Why? Where am I going? But right here with you guys. We're going to do makeup today. I even cleaned off my desk. so that I stop dropping everything and misplacing everything and getting frazzled. I got frazzled yesterday because I was dropping stuff. Couldn't find my fish nets. The ones with the bigger crissy crossies. I have 3 pairs. I bought 3 pairs for the siren, and I could only find the small one where you could only see the crosses if I went. See, you could see them. See? Until the last 2, they came out better. I cut up the 1 pair. I cut them up so that I could do the makeup technique better. And then after cutting it, I read that I could have just put it over my face. The whole thing. I was missing comments. That's my bad. Because I'm looking in a mirror usually, you know. I'm feeling better, but except for when I sit down. I'm still hurting from the drive. Yesterday was painful. Painful. I was fine for the first 2 hours. I think I lasted 2.5. And then I started watching the clock. Like the clock was going to help me. I don't know why I started watching the clock. I just was like, try to get this done before 3 hours of sitting. Problem was I did a zombie look, which was long. It took a, not zombie, stitch, stapled woman with different skin patterns. And that took a while. It was a lot of sitting. And then the next day I had to drive to the doctor across town. And driving is the most painful thing for me. Because it's sitting, but with something bouncing underneath you. Like sitting in a chair is already painful enough. But when the road's going like this underneath your tailbone, it hurts a lot more. I have a bone condition, a brain condition, autoimmune condition. Thank you, Eamon. Yes. But I shouldn't have been looking at the clock. I should have just been looking at the mirror and finishing the look. It's kind of like running and looking back to see if anyone's catching you. Don't do that. That actually slows you down. And it'll just stress you out more. Like, what are you going to do? Then you're going to run faster? Just run faster. I'll run faster if someone's behind me. They're all behind you. Just run faster if you've got it in you. If you don't, they're going to catch you. No, I'm good. I'm going to leave my hair right here. I'm leaving it right here because you guys are talking about it. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. The pictures really made me feel a lot better this morning. I felt like we delivered. And wait till you see today's short. I put blood on that seashell, the fake blood. Fake red liquid. And I washed it off right away after, and it really didn't stain the seashell, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I showed my daughter the, and she's like, wow, you really went all in, because I was like, you know, I can't even do it right now because I'm not in the same mood. But at the time when I like that, I like made a face like I'm really, you know, wait till you see it. It's pretty good. But right now I'm imitating myself doing it. I'm not actually doing it. When you hear the music and you're actually acting, it comes out different than you're acting like yourself acting. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. Yeah. You picked some really good ones, Sam. I thought I was going to do all Halloween type ones for the Halloween looks, but they don't have to be, as long as they go with the transition. Doesn't have to be. It was pretty fitting. I don't know who you're talking to, Melissa. But don't. You're not helping me by doing that. Please, you guys, leave the other people in the chat alone, even if they're being rude to me or to someone else. If they're attacking you, tell the mods. Don't tell them. Don't get in a fight with them. I don't want to see negativity and fights, and I don't want to see the chat trying to be mods. Because my mods have etiquette. They use manners. They don't tell people F you. Which is why they're mods and you're not. So don't be a mod, because you're not a mod. Thanks. Dirty Muffler, you're doing it too. You're talking to her when I told you don't do that. Don't go insulting people, and now since you guys have been warned and you did it, we'll see you tomorrow, Dirty Muffler. Thank you, Julius. Hi, Julius. You hear that, Rusty? They said you've got a great body. I'm sexy and I know it. Just kidding. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hi, Slay CC44. Thank you, NW guy. Thank you, Big D. Thank you, Daniel. They called you a fox, new kid. Yes, I have big eyeballs. Wow. I just found a red rhinestone on Rusty. You playing dress up? Hi, Lydia. Thank you. Thank you, Big D. Who's Lori? Are you talking to me? My name's not Lori. No, I'm not going to move the hair while you guys are telling me to move my hair. I'll leave it there. Look like Tom Selleck. Hi, Dahlia. It's not a panda, but that's cute. It's a fox. It's not a red panda. But that's cute. That is actually my nickname, Bossy Sauce. And who am I bossing around? They're bossing me around. They're telling me to move my hair. I'm not telling them what to do. But that is my nickname. When I was 3 years old, I got the nickname Bossy Sauce. Well, Miguel, if that's one of them, you forgot a question mark. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinions. You're entitled to your own feelings and thoughts. Just please don't be rude about them. I want to thank everybody who is being positive, polite, and respectful. Thank you for that. Thank you, Cody. Yes. Felix and I were like twins. I sometimes look in the mirror and I'm like, hey, Felix. And then I'm like, oh, it's me. Yep. I'm going to need to check the DNA there because twins. Yeah, Sam. We're still going on with that one. And for a while, I was like believing it. I didn't know it was part of the gag. I'm like, I do? I do? I look like Felix? I do? Maybe I should dress up like them. And then I looked at the picture and I'm like, what? And then someone clued me in. No, they say that to everyone. Oh. Oh, because I was really lost when I saw the picture. But for a while I was like, really? I do? Gullible much? Oh, Nagi, thank you for that. That's cute. I am over it, Arlequin. Do you see me crying? Yelling? Putting up a fuss? No. I was making fun of myself for being gullible. Self-deprecation. I was not talking crap about the internet. I was making fun of myself. It was just kind of like the, hey, put your hand over the camera for a Lamar edit. For a while, that was a thing. And then it was a thing to say people look like the Stray Kids. But I didn't know that was a thing yet. So I fell for it. I don't have dots on my forehead. No. Do I? Did they not come off? Oh, I do. Hey. I used paint yesterday, and so I guess not all of it came off, despite the scrubbing. I'm looking right here when he said that, which I don't know why I was looking right here, because this is where the lines were. I'm like, I'm looking right here. And then I said, oh. I'm like a living anime character. I'm sweating. You know how they sweat and in anime, or they cry and the one tear is like all shaking? Sorry. Start crying now? No, thanks. I'm in a good mood. I'm not putting my hair back as long as you guys are asking me. I'm not doing it. I don't like being told what to do. T-Bone at least asked. No. Okay, bye, Cody. My lips are not dry. I have a pigment issue where I don't have pigment right here. Makes them look more dry. They're actually moisturized. I have my chapstick right here. And I put it on before I went to bed. They're plump and hydrated. I can still feel the moisture. That white spot right there, that's where I don't have pigment. This white spot right here, across my nose, no pigment. Vitiligo. You can hardly see it because I'm so pale. But if I point it out, you can see it. I have a patch right here. Bye, Daniel. Hi, Hassan. Coco Melons. It's a show. Yeah, only if I point it out. Now you could see it from even back here. Now that you know it's there. I get out of bed, Michael. I'm gonna get out of bed and we are gonna do some makeup. Halloween makeup. I'm gonna look even scarier than this. Hi, Sarah. Hi, my darling. Thank you, Layla. I appreciate you. Yes, it's 8:15 in the morning. You know, at some point, I don't mind trying body painting. I like those people that do that and they blend into the background. I would start at beginner level and just paint my whole body black and blend into the black background. No, but some people paint like wine bottles on themselves and then they stand next to a wine bottle thing, shelves of wine, and they blend into it. I'm not at that level yet. I don't discuss my religious preferences or beliefs. with the chat. Yeah. I think they use, like, they don't do it really on themselves. Some do. I think they use like a person to do it on so they can look at the background and go, you know. I don't have an OnlyFans. No, I'm not going to stop sleeping when I live stream. If you don't like it, you could stop watching, and there's the answer. There's people that like it. There's people that, if you want to find out why I do it, I have a video explaining why I do it, and it's an actual valid reason. It helps people. So there's a 10-minute video on my channel called Why I Sleep Stream. Give it a watch. Be open-minded. And if it doesn't work for you, scroll to something that does. There's something for everyone. And some people like the sleep stream, believe it or not. Some people like to dislike it. They get on and they say silly things, mean things, tell me to wake up, tell me to get out of bed, tell me to stop sleep streaming, say a lot worse than that. And they help my views. And it doesn't bother me because I'm sleeping, so I can't see their comments unless that scared me. Hello? It's my psychiatrist. They called me to tell me to calm down. Just kidding. It was my psychiatrist. But they didn't tell me to calm down. I want to thank everyone who's been positive, kept their messages respectful. Thank you for that. Braces, Naledi. Braces. You've never heard of braces? I have braces on my bottom teeth. The top are straight, the bottom are crooked, so I have braces on my bottom teeth. And I chose green rubber bands, which they warned me against. They said it's going to look like you have lettuce in your teeth. And they chose me a different color green. They didn't tell me it would still look like I had lettuce in my teeth. Yes, Ranger, because I had children very young and I put braces on my kids before I put them on myself. I was raising kids since I was 17. I took my brother in when I was 17 and was raising my brother, then raising my first kid, my second, my third, and my daughter had her braces on from the time she was 15 till she was 20. I didn't do things for myself before I did them for my kids. So now it's my turn. And especially because my front two teeth cross over like this. And that means extra cleanings every 3 months instead of every 6. So for the health of my mouth, I got braces. It has nothing to do with age. It has to do with taking care of your mouth health. Because if your mouth is healthy, your gut is more likely to be healthy. If your mouth is unhealthy, your gut will be unhealthy. If your gut's unhealthy, you're unhealthy. Yes, everything is crossing over. My teeth were throwing up gang signs. Who's being rude? Again, I'm making fun of myself. It's like every time I make fun of myself, they say I'm being rude. To myself? Thanks for standing up for me. Didn't know you cared. Stop being rude to yourself. Stop being rude to yourself. No, I'm not sweating. That is paint, if that's what you're talking about. My Instagram is BabblingBrook IG. Hi, Randy Day. I'm doing well. This stream is to vibe and say good morning to each other, or good afternoon, or good evening, and talk to each other. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to put them down, just like you just did, saying, what is this stream about? The stream changes all the time depending on what people ask me. If they ask me my thoughts on the moon, then the stream is about the moon until my answer's over and I answer something else. It's ever changing. It's fluid. But it's about vibing, connecting, forming a community. There's people in here now that are in here almost every day. And I remember them, and I appreciate them, and we hang out. I'd appreciate it if you guys don't spam the chat. If I see it, I will put you in a timeout. Yeah, there's something on my teeth. I paid to have that put there. It's braces. Braces. I'm not insecure about myself. Taking care of my health has nothing to do with insecurity. I'm actually so secure that I'm willing to take care of my health. I'm so secure I could get on camera without any makeup right when I wake up and not care what you guys think I look like. The braces are not for my looks. It's for my health. It's for the health of my mouth. Will it help the looks of my mouth? Probably, but I was pretty anyways. I was pretty with crooked teeth. I had crooked teeth most of my life. Not one person ever said anything to me in public about my teeth. Nobody, ever. Only the internet does that. Nobody ever said, you need braces. Look at your teeth. Nobody. Hi, Heavenly Angel. Yeah, they thought it, but they didn't say it. It didn't stop me from finding love, from being happy. I still felt pretty for a girl with crooked teeth. There are people that don't fix their teeth, like Jewel, the country singer. She got all the money that she would need, and she did not fix her teeth. She's pretty anyways. I did it for my health, not because I'm insecure. I was insecure when I was younger, but once I got into my 40s, I found the security I was looking for my whole life. I found the confidence that I needed. I'm not overly confident. I'm just confident enough to be comfortable in my own skin. And to try to take care of it, because your skin is a living organ. So I'm careful what I put on it. And I need to do better with what I'm eating, because I'm eating sugar again. Telling on myself. I started eating sugar again when I had that bad month last month. All that pain, I reverted back to sugar. Sugar has been my, it was my first addiction. It was there for me through hard times. I had a rough childhood, and I always turned to sugar. And when I'm hurting, physically or emotionally, I turn to sugar. But I've already given up alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't smoke the green stuff. I don't do DRUGS's. So I can quit the sugar. I just need to probably quit completely and stop eating even a little of it. Because once I have a little, then I want a little more, and a little more, and a little more, and a lot more. What size are my braces? Average. Weed, I have no problem with 420. I have no problem with it. But right now, I am trying to learn some grown-up tools of how to deal with my stress without turning to a substance, including sugar, to not run from my problems, but to deal with them head on. I've been clean and sober for 2 years, a little over 2 years. So I am trying to learn some things and grow up, and not just, I have to escape these feelings. I have to escape them because I can't deal. I can't deal. That's what I did my whole life. And now for 2 years, I have been facing my feelings head on. So one day I might go back to smoking the green stuff because I don't have a problem with it. It might help my pain. It might help my seizures. It might help this. It might help that. It might give me some enjoyment as well. But for right now, I'm cooling. I'm cooling. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm becoming the adult I'm supposed to be. And then maybe one day I'll put it back into my life. It's fine to be weird. Weird is a beautiful thing. It means you're not afraid to be yourself. Or different. We're all different. Why so big? What? Because they grew big. No, I didn't brush my teeth yet. Did you see me get up from when I fell asleep? I will brush my teeth. Calm you down. That's right, Ruthie. That's fine if you're gay. My children are not ashamed of me. They're very proud of me. They're very proud of me. Especially for getting sober. They're proud of my YouTube channel. They know I have big boobs. They have seen me in tank tops for all their life growing up. They don't look at them as sexual. It's just mom. Just mom. And my oldest son told me to do what's working for me. Do what's working for you. I asked my daughter, are they too big? Should I get a reduction? She's like, what do you mean too big? I told her I feel like a freak show. And she said, what? You're fine. Then I told her it's hurting my neck. And she said, well, if it's going to make you feel better, get a reduction. But who cares? You look great. My kids are not ashamed of me. Because I raised them to know they were loved, to treat people with kindness, to have good character, and they're not ashamed of me. The only time I ever felt like my daughter was ashamed of me was when I was drinking and I chose a man that she didn't like. And I have made that up to her by not dating for 3 years. Just kidding. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get up. I will see you guys in a bit.